magic inside of you.
Hi guys, it's Elena and I'm enchanted to have you be here on my channel. Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new, consider liking, subscribing, becoming part of my little YouTube family. And if you've been here before, hello and welcome back to every single one of you wonderful individuals right across the screen. Lots of love, lots of warm hugs, and hopefully you and yours are safe. So this is my February plan with me. We are practically more than halfway done with February, but I figured I'd post it anyways just in case somebody might draw some inspiration from it for a different month. And well, I already took the time of recording it and editing it, so all I needed to do was a voiceover, and well, here it is. It's late, but you know, that's okay. So I'm starting off with a picture for January, and I took this adorable picture with me and my little sister while I was babysitting her because the whole COVID situation, she doesn't go to school as often, and I sometimes have to help my mom out. So I get to spend a little bit more time with her, and I get to take some cute little selfies. So that is my picture for January. As you saw me sneak a cup across the screen, I'm having tea alongside with my plan with me's, and I have a candle over there in the corner. So let's get on with the plan with me. Alright, so I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do for the cover page. I was kind of thinking of different designs, different ways I can redeem myself from last month's fiasco with my new watercolor paints. And when I started doing this, it was full moon, and it was a full moon of the wolf moon. So I figured, why not do a wolf paw as kind of the start in like a similar color scheme that I kind of wanted to keep throughout my journal. So that was my plan. I wanted to do like an outline of a wolf's paw with some flowers on the inside and kind of do like a watercolor painting that way. Here I am just kind of drawing out what the outline of the paw is going to be so I can cut it out of the sticker paper and, well, have a nice clean crisp edge, if that makes sense. I decided not to have you watch me struggle with doing the outline the whole entire time, and I just skipped through a couple parts to where I'm cutting out the wolf's paw. I could have used an X-Acto knife, but I feel like sometimes scissors can be a little bit more precise, and I didn't really want to fiddle around with it. That way I'm just making a hole in the center and cutting it out. Final product of the wolf paw, that was on a sticker paper, and I'm just going to stick it onto the page and start painting over it. That way, like I said, I can have nice, clean, crisp lines and have it be a little different than what I've done before for my journal. This month, it's going to be a little bit minimalistic, and I'm changing it up a little so I can have more room to plan. You'll see later on in the weekly spreads, and for now, watch me struggle how I try to paint the paw. The color scheme I wanted to do for this month is gray and kind of like a blush pink, and what's better than a blush pink color than sakura flowers? So that was my inspiration for the start of this month, is gray and sakura flowers. Now, I didn't have much time since last time to kind of practice and fiddle around with these new watercolor paints, so this is literally the second time I'm using them, and I'm trying to redeem myself from last month's fiasco, as I've said before, and I think I did okay. I still definitely need a lot of practice with these watercolors. They are definitely different than what I've worked with before, but you know, just practice makes progress, I suppose. I'm using a quartz crystal to charge up the month for my intentions, and I'm kind of leaving it on there as the paint dries, hoping to incorporate some of the quartz crystal's energies and my intentions for the month. Onto painting the branches. I wasn't entirely sure how I wanted it to go. I first was playing around with it, kind of going across the page and onto the next spread, but because it's so cut up with this pot, I figured I can just leave it on this page this way and add a little details on the other page from a different direction. At least that was my thinking process. I don't know, I think it came out okay. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Now, everything with watercolor looks better from further away, but I just wanted to give a little zoom in just to see how things kind of progress and my thought process behind it, my work behind it. Even though I'm no professional, I'm just dabbling around and trying my best. One of my absolute dreams is to visit Japan at some point and see the sakura trees bloom there. I've seen pictures, and the pictures look absolutely stunning, and I know pictures can't really do it justice in real life, so hopefully when things settle down and the world kind of finds its new normal, I will be able to visit my dream place of always wanting to go to Japan. Now, I don't know if you can tell with the rose quartz and the feathers, that could be a little hint, sneak peek indication of what's going to be happening in my Enchanted Energies box for February. I'm going to try to put in a couple sneak peeks when I do my plan with me's, you know, just for those curious eyes and people who like to catch on to little details and Easter eggs. So if you do watch my plant with me's, keep an eye out for a couple Easter eggs of little sneak previews potentially for my future boxes. Not only for the Enchanted Energies box, but also for the Enchanted Thoughts stationery pack. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna link a couple of the playlists down below in the description, and you can always check them out on my Etsy shop. I believe throughout this whole monthly spread, these spreads and the next spreads are the most detailed, and the rest are going to be quite minimalistic, using mainly stickers and washi tape. Again, things look better from afar, but I figured I'd give you a zoom in and show you kind of how things look up close. And things look a lot better as soon as there are more crisp lines around the pot and it's not a big jumble. Ta-da! Wait, almost. There we go. Ta-da! I love this color combination. I feel it's so gentle and delicate. And I think I'm definitely going to try to play around with this technique of doing a cover page on the next month, which will hopefully be posted in a much more timely fashion than this one. So here's an up-close view of it. And on to the next spreads. So what I like to do, or what I started liking doing in this year's bullet journals, is setting up a spread specifically for any spells or rituals that I want to get done. Before, I'd kind of keep them in like separate notebooks, on sticky notes, literally anywhere I had an idea or spark of something I wanted to do. And now I started leaving specific sections and outlines and really creating a specific spread for those rituals and spells, and just a place where I can jot down plans, thoughts, ideas, since I have my bullet journal with me most of the time. I'm also doing the boxes in various sizes based on how detailed the ritual or the spell is going to be. So the bigger boxes, of course, are going to be for a bit more of a detailed kind of workings that I'm going to be doing. I know I'm going to need more space to plan, and the smaller ones are simpler things that I want to get done. And the work that I want to get done, need to get done, feels right for me to get done varies month to month. So I definitely like doing these spreads kind of in the beginning before I do any other planning out. That way I see which day is what, and I can plan my month accordingly. If that makes sense. Sticking with the color scheme for this one. I was never a fan of pink, and I'm still not a fan of that bright, aggressive fuchsia pink color, but this blush pink and like gentle pastel pink I can totally enjoy combined with gray and like a muted tone of neutrals. Doing my fake calligraphy for the title of this spread. And the stickers from Sticky Club that just came in were a perfect addition to this set of pages. Alright, on to my habits tracker and my thankfulness spread. I'm totally winging the lines and squares for the habit tracker. I don't really think it's necessary for them to be absolutely perfectly straight, and it's going to match the tree branch that I'm going to have going across the pages, with it being a little bit more natural and not as crisp as the other lines that I wanted. And for this one, I wanted one big sakura branch across the whole page. Or the whole set of pages, the two pages, both the pages, whichever way to say it. Now, all of the supplies that I'm going to be using are going to be linked down in the description if you are curious to check them out. A couple of the links might be affiliate codes, which means if you purchase something through them, I make a little bit of a commission at no extra charge for you. It's a little way for you to help support my channel and to get some fun stationery supplies. Again, watercolor paintings look a lot better from afar than they do up close. But you know, figured I'd show you anyways. So on the left side is going to be my habit tracker, and I'm tracking only 7 for this month. And on the right side, or wherever I find room between the 2 pages, is spots for me to write down what I'm thankful for each day. And I absolutely love doing the spread for thankfulness. I've been keeping it throughout my bullet journal from last year and this year as well. I feel like it's very grounding, and it's just a delight knowing that there's so much to be thankful for, even if I've had a not so great day. And I made a little bit of a mistake. Whoops. Going in with that fake calligraphy that I kind of do. I'm going to fix that little mistake with my jelly roll, white jelly roll, gel pen? Jelly roll. It's a gel pen. It's a gel pen. Yes. And then I'm going to put a sakura petal over it like nothing ever happened. Are you tracking any specific habits this month? And since it's being posted quite late in February, how are you doing on those trackers? Because I think I forgot to fill it in for a whole week, but you know, it's okay. Just get back to it when you can. Final touches on the flowers, and the spread should be done. There are those petals that I'm covering up, that little oopsie daisies. I waited for it to dry, and when I came back, I forgot to relight the candle, but just pretend that it's lit, you know, ignore that part. So what I'm trying with this planner for this month is kind of having, I don't know what it's called, a Dutch door, a little bent swinging page where I can have much larger daily logs. So instead of using just 2 pages for a whole week, I'm using 4 pages for the week. I've started tracking my days kind of by the hour and allocating special time since I'm in college now and there's so much to do and not enough time in the day for me to do everything that I want to do, and I'm kind of trying to work on allocating proper time for various things that I want to do, need to do, and have to do. And this definitely gave me a lot more room to do that. I think I'm gonna stick with it for next month as well, but that means the spreads have to be a little bit more minimalistic so I can have more room to plan and write things down. But that's okay. I don't mind it. I think they still came out pretty cute. I like sticking to a specific color scheme even though I did kind of different themes throughout. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know which spread was your favorite. And of course, you're welcome to take any inspiration from these and add them to your journals. And if you do, share it on Instagram. I would love to see them and tag me in it. I would love to see your creations and how you adapt similar themes in different styles, because that is just wonderful. I love seeing others' art. The door page bends that way. Oh, and I completely forgot on pretty much all of the weekly spreads is to separate the notes and the tarot, since I started tracking my tarot in my bullet journal as well. I do a tarot reading for myself at the beginning of every week just to get some insight and inspiration and guidance for days to come. Alright, and here's what it looks like up close. A little bit of a struggle with the Dutch door half page, however to say it. But I like the way that it ended up kind of lining up without really my intention for it. And well, on to the next one. So the next weeks are going to be very similar with that half page folding thing. I don't know what it's called. Let me know what it's called down in the comments. And the color scheme is going to be the same with the pinks and the grays. There's just going to be a slight variation with what kind of stickers and designs I use. Again, winging the lines because I don't want them to be crisp. I kind of want them to be natural, and I'm trying really hard to match up the lines with kind of the end of that line. Although, I didn't do that great of a job, and nothing a sticker won't fix, because a sticker fixes everything. Well, almost everything. And for this week, I wanted to incorporate my own stickers that were in the Enchanted Thoughts February pack. And I'm super excited to use my own stickers, and I just love these. I think they're cute. I don't know. Let me know if you think they're cute. They're going to be up in my Etsy shop soon. Soon, I don't know when soon is, but they will be up there eventually. It is so difficult for me to just not use up all the stickers that I've made, because I feel like I create the stickers that I enjoy using and that I want to use and incorporate. So when they are printed and they are done, it's like, ooh, I can use them in my diary, I can use them in my bullet journal, I can add them to my book of shadows. Oh my goodness, so many possibilities, and it's just so much fun to kind of make them yourself. I don't know, maybe it's just me being all weird and quirky. And I didn't feel like there was enough pink in these spreads, so I used a very old sticky subscription pack sheet to add a ton more little sakura flowers. A ton more. It took forever, but I'm not gonna bore you with it. Skipping to the next day. Here's a bit of an up close of all the stickers and how cute this spread is. I'm definitely biased to thinking how cute this spread is. I love how sparkly gold the feathers came out. Oh, just so cute. All right, on to the next week. This one, I tried to do something different. I feel like I always try to do something different in my bullet journals. And instead of doing a design or specific design for the spread, I had these papers kind of lying around in my bulk drawer of decorative papers, and I felt like they kind of matched the themes with the blush pink and the florals and the gold. So I cut out 4 pieces to make them as the whole daily spread, if that makes sense. You'll see what I'm talking about later on. So instead of doing any sort of fancy dancy designs, I just kind of stuck them in there. What I did like about those papers is that they also had dots. They weren't exactly the same dot grid as my bullet journal, but it's definitely a little bit more guided than just a plain paper of where I can write and jot down my notes and tasks and to-do lists, and it kind of matched with, I don't know, the dotted pages below. I felt like it went well. Again, my opinions are slightly biased. And I used those little end pieces that I cut off. I really don't like to waste any papers or any little extra tidbits or pieces. I definitely have a giant drawer full of extra bits and pieces of pretty papers and decal papers and things like that. So instead of wasting it, I ended up putting those little ends on the bottoms of the days that I didn't have the full page on. I think me explaining it doesn't really come out that great, so just keep watching and you'll see what I mean. Also, how cute are those rainbows dancing across my desk from all the little rainbow charms that I have hanging in my window? I love it. And I felt like those opposite days that didn't have anything super decorated felt a little empty, so I took some stamps, floral themed stamps, and gave it a stamp with a very light pastel pink. It doesn't really show up on camera that great, but it matches the washi tape kind of at the top. just labeling the days. And this weekly spread is pretty much done. I love all the rainbows. They're so cute. A bit of an up-close view. Again, you can't really see those stamped flowers on camera that great, but they're there and they're pinkish and they show up a lot better in person. I feel like sometimes the camera just like eats certain colors and I just don't know why. Alright, on to the 4th week. So I wanted to do kind of like a morning sunrise or maybe a sunset of like pink-hued sky. I think the pink that I used to begin with is a little bit too bright, and I tried to kind of spread it out towards the top of it just not being as pink. I don't know. I think it came out okay, but I would not recommend using so much water to blend out all of these paints. Although I did dab it off and it turned out not too bad. The pages did start to curl in this bullet journal, although after it dried and I have the bullet journal closed, when it's kind of just sitting there until I do something with it, it uncurled and turned out fine. Not my best blending abilities because, again, these watercolors are fairly new and I still don't really understand how they work and they need a lot of practice, and I didn't want to add too much water since it was already curling and not doing that great, but I think it came out okay. And once the stickers were added, it kind of covers up the little terribleness of it blending. More pink and gray theme. And then onto putting down a ton of cloud stickers. Again, these stickers were part of my Enchanted Thoughts stationery pack. I think they're adorable. They're little clouds and they kind of have like silver sparkles on them. You'll see after things zoom in, and these will be in my Etsy shop as well at some point. And to add a little bit more gray, I used these dandelions. I think these are dandelions. Yes, these silver dandelion stickers from Sticky Club subscription pack. And I feel like the dandelion seeds blowing through the clouds, through the sky, was just such a cute little touch. They also have a couple stickers, kind of, sort of, that are printed on the pages, but not exactly cut out. So I use scissors to help separate them from the pages and use them in my journals because I really don't like wasting any of those little tiny stickers. Maybe I'm just weird. Alright, writing in the days, and this spread is pretty much done. Again, I literally forgot to separate the notes in the tarot from every single week. Here is an up-close view of it, how it's a little shimmery, a little sparkly. fairly simple to do, and I have tons of room to plan for my days. I didn't want to use too many blue cloud stickers because there's really nothing blue throughout this month's spread, but I ended up putting in just a couple. So here's a full overview of this month's spreads. Let me know which one was your favorite, if you have any recommendations for next month. I think I liked the one with the feathers and the sakura, like blossoms, flowers, best, but they all came out kind of cute. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Sorry for the delay, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!